And we've got the tracker disabled now, so we're free. We can leave whenever we want. It's been okay for a while. It sounded like a bit of interference or white noise. We're not too low. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know about it, though. And yeah, we don't seem to do anything else with Sabine and Rabia. Like, is the yet again enforcement all done? You can go away, Ethan. I'm not doing anything with you. Oh, what was that? What was that? Fragment supply? Oh, this is how you get scrap. Right, okay. For the ship mine fragments, that is. From the Havenage office. Okay. What does the derelict unit need? Oh, it needs actions. It needs dice actions. Nah, I'd rather guarantee 2 positives on that. Yeah, what am I going to use ship mine fragments for? Oh, it gives me cryo? Is that it? Well, that sucks. Okay. 400 cryo and nothing to spend it on. Buy a ship mine core. Why? Give Matsutake, not buy Matsutake. In fact, have I actually even seen a way to get Matsutake yet? Because the Mushroom Groves gives Giraud. Oh, is it this? You have to wait for the thing to finish? Okay. Da, 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 da. What am I going to spend my 2 dice on? The wastes. Lose a bit of condition if this doesn't go well. Yeah, that's not worth it. Climbing Briar. Yeah, 8 scrap components. Don't need to spend my dice on energy actions because there's no point. Okay. It's not gonna get done. Whatever I do on this side is just not gonna get done. And if that's the case, I might as well just go for Giraud. Because I can use that for the mushroom farming. Oh, but if I lose condition, then I'm going to have to get my stabilizer spent earlier. No good choices for that. No good choices. Come on, game. Dum dum. Tamba Tea House. Tabler Room. Oh, what does a Tabler Room actually do? Oh, yeah, that's not worth it either. I think it's the Overlook Bar is what I want to do. Yeah. Bar shift. Hey, nice. Very good, very good. Okay. Empty container. Don't need to do that. Oh, you aren't finished with the cycle. Complete active scenes to proceed. Oh. It's forcing me into Ethan. I don't get the choice. I can't ignore him. Alright. The compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in the booths and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods, and you return the greeting. You know already that you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure. With your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing too. This doesn't make sense because the contract was cancelled. Is that all you were to Ethan, another target, or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now when he has fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you will ever come back to this place or the memories it holds. You walk back out into the lights of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. So this is what Feng meant when he said you were free. You could get used to this. That was pointless. That did not take anything that you had done with Ethan into account whatsoever. So, yeah. I don't get why the game forced me into that. Alright. Okay. We've got one more cycle before we're forced into doing stuff for the Sealess Foundation or the Sidereal Horizon. Yeah, I don't need to buy shipmine fragments. I literally just traded it off. Sure, let's build the house. Build the house, build the house. I've got lots of 5s. Ta-da! It's going to take more actions, I know it is. Upgrade point. I have 2 now. What would I want to spend my 2 on? Self-repair or hard to kill? They're both pointless. Alright. Repaired unit. Feed a stray. There's signs that a stray animal has been nosing around near the unit. A handful of chits for some crackers should bring it out of hiding. Sure. Stray fed. The stray hops up onto a work surface and looks out on the unit's small window. It does not acknowledge your presence, it just sits there beside the tray of crumbled crackers staring out at the low end. What is this cat's story? Are there more on the station? You haven't seen another in the low end, but in this vast mega structure that means little. There could be a whole colony of cats like this one down in the Warrens. You look at its sleek dark fur and sharp eyes. It doesn't look ragged, it looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if this is the stray's apartment you were squatting in. Approach the stray. You lean a little forward and the stray tenses up. Perhaps best to give it a moment to get used to you. The stray settles a little and starts eating, picking at the broken crackers. You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. It triggers something in you, a recognition of a life, totally unlike your own, but still somehow connected, parallel, even interwoven. The stray licks crumbs from its fur. Do you like it here? The stray flicks their tail at the sound of your voice. It is hard to imagine the stray liking anything, or at least being vulnerable enough to admit to it. But the stray's pleasure existing here, in this place, shines through its every sinew. It is not that the stray is always happy on the eye, but that the stray is engaged by this place. It is alive here. You turn your eyes to the window, the one that the stray looks out of, and you both watch the stars and the ships together. You feel something pass between you and the stray, a kind of acknowledgement of each other, a sense that each of you might share something with the other, a point of connection. Then all at once the stray yawns wide, hops down from the unit and brushes along your legs. And then it is gone, out through the unit door and back into the corridors of the low end. Alright. Feed the stray. I've got so much money I might as well. How many times do I need to do this? I mean, it's only 3 cryo, so... What's it saying? Sometimes they'll let you stroke you, sometimes they won't. Yeah? Okay. Alright, well, nothing to do with that. Yeah, I guess I'm doing more mushroom farming. Because I can get Girol caps. And then the Girol caps can be used on this. Alright, let's do this. How many does it do? 2. Okay. This feels like I can work towards it. Okay. And then I need to do it again. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I only got one Jurol cap. I thought I got 2 for those. Okay, well, maybe this thing wasn't actually as worth it as I thought it was. Yeah. It would have been a lot better if I'd just been able to, like, buy Jurol caps, but whatever. Alright. 5 or above? Hey, 5 or above. Positive outcome. Okay. Last one. Da-da! Rico. Rico meets you at the entrance to the lab, leaning on a crutch with a glint in her eye. Walk with me, sleeper. I'd like to tell you a story. She makes her way down the corridor that leads back up towards the main commune building. When people first crossed what we call Founder's Gap into the Greenway, they did so against the wishes of Andre Erlin. At the time, Erlin was trying to stabilize the Union and establish control over the Eye in the wake of Solheim's collapse. It was chaos, competing factions, failing systems, so many dead and injured from the riots. That was his priority. Why? Erlin was interested in people, not plants. He was a pragmatist, and for good reason. You both crossed through a glass-roofed tunnel, the Greenway outside crowded with vines and branches, dappling with the light. Erlin had written the Greenway off. Cut off from the rest of the station and linked to a broken spoke, he claimed it was only a matter of time before everything here would die. He refused to let anyone abandon their duty to the Union and cross. They were traitors to the cause, or as good as. Rico continues, making her slow but steady way into the inner gardens of the commune. There weren't many of us, but we believed what was here was worth saving. We had to keep our plans secret until we crossed, and some of us left people behind. She pauses to catch her breath, her voice cracking. It is difficult to know from effort or emotion. What we found was a disaster, nothing like what you see here. Half of the Greenway was leaking oxygen into space, the plants flash frozen. The other half was a swamp of mulch as decaying matter clogged every system. We worked hard, we lost good people, we cleaned up and closed up, but it was never going to be enough. After many cycles, we all knew this place was doomed, but we kept on working, talking less and less, because we couldn't face it. We all developed a death wish. If the Greenway was going to die, so would we. But it didn't die. It did not, Rico smiles. We crossed some invisible boundary, tipped some biological scale, and the Greenway started to recover. Plants flowered, crops sprouted. For the first time, we reaped the fruits of our labor. Rico smiles, looking up at you. We thought it was us, that we managed to do just enough to end the cycle of decay. I thought we had saved the Greenway, until today. You pass into the grow beds of the commune, rich with the hustle and bustle of Hypha members planting and harvesting. For a while, Rico is quiet, and you both simply observe the hypnotic movements of the work crews, the eager chatter washing over you like a wave. Rico smiles to herself. I should have known, of course, that our arrogance was unfounded, but we need to believe back then. We needed a myth to bring more people across the gap. You both move into a smaller corridor, Rico following some direction unknown to you. What you have shown me is that back then the Greenway saved us, not the other way around. Okay. I did press the button. I'll try pressing it again. Tell me, have you ever consumed one of the Matsutake or Jurol cats you've been growing? Not the ones I've been growing, no. They can be difficult to prepare without proper equipment, she muses, but you should try them. After all, they were designed for you. Rico has a mischievous look. At first I thought it was the location they were grown in that made the mushrooms from the aviary, from the labs, or from the grove different to each other. What I've come to understand is that it is the person growing them. The Matsutake and Jurol camps you brought me are totally unique, containing compounds never usually found in similar specimens in my possession. Many of these compounds aren't even digestible for humans, but for a sleeper like you. Rico smiles as she leads you into the internal garden of the commune, where the Hypha members have planted species from all over the Greenway. Back when the tide turned, when the Greenway started to recover, we all felt something, a response. It was as if this place was not just alive, as a forest is alive, but alive in other ways. Communicative, responsive. We shrugged it off at the time, but now I understand why. Rico stops and turns to you. This place is responding to us, adapting itself to us. It is growing fruiting bodies for you, to me. For me, it is adapting, changing. It is, in short, displaying all the signs of sentience. The Greenway is sentient? Perhaps not the Greenway, but the ecosystem itself, or something within it. Rico sits on a bench within the peaceful gardens and gestures for you to join her. When you've been growing the Jurols and the Matsutakes in the aviary, those species so familiar to the Greenway, have you discovered any others? Not yet. Rico nods. If you do, can I ask you that you immediately bring them here? I believe it is only a matter of time before they bloom. You look around the garden, amazed at the sense of peace within it. Rico interrupts the silence. There is a species of mushroom that I haven't seen in years. It is dark, short, shaped like a club. We first found it in those early days when we were working to save this place. It was around that time that we started to lose our first members. They were succumbing to some infection, some mold growing deep in the dark moat that drowned this place. At that point, we thought we were lost. And then these mushrooms emerged from that same black mold. We tested them and saw that they contained some compounds that counteracted the mold. They contained an antidote. Of course, as a botanist, I saw this as a part of the natural processes of this ecosystem, even if the timescale seemed absurdly short. What I am wondering is if that antidote was a gift. Rico meets your eyes. Perhaps if you are patient, you will receive your gift too, Sleeper. You both sit for a while, Rico seemingly done telling stories for today. You watch the light playing off the leaves and plants around you and wonder what forces could be at play in this place. After a while, you stand and leave with a quiet nod to Rico, leaving her to her memories. Okay, it's all very nice, but it didn't give me a dry point. Like, I don't know. No. And I do not have any more dice. Ooh, hold on. Hyperdorn? Raya Base Camp? The timer for Mayak has gone. Why has the timer for Mayak gone? Is it because of the tracker? Because Feng got rid of the tracker, Mayak can no longer find us. So we don't necessarily have to take the sidereal horizon off the ship. At least that's how I'm assuming it would be. Okay. Well. Yeah, interesting. Alright, let's go back down. And then... Sure, we'll sleep in our own house. Why not? One last feed for the cat. Ta-da! But yeah, let's end the cycle. Okay. And I think, with that said, let's see what happens from here. Okay. 3-1-3-2-3. Not great. Okay, we are not forced into anything right now. So, actually, let's see. Complete active scenes. Yes. We are not able to progress past this point until we complete the active scenes, which means the sidereal horizon. Because that is now active, I'm pretty sure. Okay. We go up here. Yep, there it is. Lemon Mina. Alright. Let's go back down. Just double checking there aren't any other active scenes ready. The Avery. 2 random rare mushrooms. Thanks, game. It's not like I've been waiting for that for ages or anything. Okay. Alright. I'm wondering whether to finish the game right now by going on the sidereal. Make your decision at the dock. DESICION. Scope the cordon for Pekineshe. There's the Screenway. Like, I don't know. I mean, grow club heads for Rico. I don't know what the thing to do is, because I'm very wary that I think escaping on the sidereal is an end game state, and I don't necessarily want to leave that as in the only thing to do next time. But following on from that, I don't also want to go from Citizen Sleeper 1 straight into Citizen Sleeper 2? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Let's leave it there for today. Basically, I feel like the satisfying narrative conclusion for the Sleeper is Tracker is gone, Ethan is gone, Mayek cannot find us, we want to escape the Eye. We helped out the residents of Low End, Yatagan, Rabbi and Sabine. We did the thing that Feng wanted to let people know about the corruption of Hardin. The flotilla stuff has come, it's too late. Like, part of the problem is like I didn't have the actual ability to get the mushrooms. Everything on the Greenway side was all like, it's all coming later. Like, I could have focused more on it, but it all came after I've already invested on the low end stuff, so it's like, I don't know. But anyway, we will leave that for next time, I think. So, thanks for watching the stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, any way you do it, every way you do it, all helps us out. I've just seen Restream has asked me to re-log in. That's fine, I'll just put it somewhere else. So, links in the chat, under the stream, under the video. Yeah. I titled the stream as Live in the Greenway or Leave in Outer Space. And I feel like leaving is the right thing to do. It's the satisfying thing to do. Because obviously you can decide what the right thing is to do no matter what. But I'll think on it and we'll make that decision for next time. So yeah. We multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so that's twitch.tv/RiggyRob or youtube.com/@RiggyRob. If you search RiggyRob, you'll find us. And we stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at around about 9 PM UK time. So, I'm anticipating next time could be a very short Citizen Sleeper 1 session, depending on which choice we make. For all I know, there could be a thing for escaping on the side reel. The ship explodes and nothing happens. You have to, you know, do something else. But I don't know. It feels endgame. So, yeah, we'll see. And then, yeah, about what I was going to do next. I guess I'll come on to it once we finish Citizen Sleeper 1. So, but that will do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.